Alright folks, it's Peter here, Vinyl Records of Brilliance, and today I'm going to talk about some new vinyl records that I've purchased in the last few weeks. So fasten your seatbelts, we're just going to get banging straight into this. Right, here we go. Mostly it's punk rock stuff, but there's also some pop in there as well. First off, I'm going to start off with this album that I just received the other day. Big fan of this band. I've got most of their CDs. This is the only vinyl record that I've got so far. So my plan is to try and end up getting the full discography on vinyl LP as well as having the CDs. And I'm talking about this band, the Satanic Surfers from Europe, Hero of Our Time LP. Now I believe this is their second album, or their first album. I'm sure their first release was like a kind of split thing. But this is a fantastic record. If you like the very fast melodic skate punk stuff, this is right up your alley. This is just a splendid album. Absolutely bang on, so it is. Brilliant. And it's on Gennett Records. I think this was released in the mid-90s. And it's fabulous stuff. It's just really melodic, loads of wee tight riffs, guitar riffs in that. Really well played, tight, so tight, really tight band. And this is the one that's on sort of a pink vinyl. And it's an original press. And there you go. I was quite chuffed to get a hold of it on off of a guy on eBay. So that's the first one I got. And if you've never heard of them again, check them out on YouTube. Satanic Surfers, absolutely brilliant. Next up is a compilation, punk rock compilation on the Fat Wreck Records. It's one of the series of the compilations that they've done. This is Physical Fatness Volume 3, and this is Eurostore coloured vinyl edition, and I just picked this up this week. This just arrived the other day. It's already had a wee cleaning that, just give it a wee spin now. Some fantastic bands on this: No Effects, Good Riddance, Snuff, Strung Out, Goober Patrol, High Standard, Screeching Weasel, Lagwagon, Bracket, Swinging Utters, No Use for a Name, Dickies. It's just endless, the amount of cracking. There you go, if you can see that there. Just an absolute banging track list there. Superb. So that's what I got, and it's a Eurostore edition. And I got it quite cheap, because usually the Eurostore and the Fat Wreck Store editions are quite expensive, but I managed to get this one quite cheap, so it's quite chuffed. Physical Fatness Music Volume 3, so there you go. Next up, staying in the punk vein, a punk band here. Been looking for this album for ages, got the CD, never owned the LP, took me a while to get it, a really long time to get it in fact, and I just picked it up recently on Vinted of all places. And I'm talking about this. This is Ulster, Last Stop, Suburbia LP. Such a great band, this band. So they are really good. I've got most of their CDs. In fact, they're up here behind me. But this is, if you love your kind of Green Day styled pop punk type stuff, Ulster are just absolutely superb at it. Spot on. What I was so pleased to get a hold of this record. It really was. It took me years to find a copy of it. So there you go. Ulster, Last Stop, Suburbia, chuffed. Next up, staying in the punk rock vein. This is a reissue. Just came out this week, or last week there. Conflict, There's No Power Without Control. And this is a reissue on Knockout Records. Such a brilliant track list on this as well. Carol Giuliani, brilliant. There's no power without control. I'm starving. Justify. The Hidden Hand. War. It's just a brilliant record. This back when, I mean, Conflict. Just fucking, what can you say? Just a really good album. And the track list there you can see there. So as I say, this is just a brand new reissue on Knockout Records. Still staying in the punk rock vein, folks. I picked up this 50th anniversary special limited coloured vinyl edition of the Damned's Black Album. There you go. Such a cracking album, this. Superb. Brilliant. I must have about 4 or 5 copies of this at this point, to be fair. But yeah, on Ace Records, 50th anniversary edition. And I think this one's in white vinyl. But there you go. The Damned, the Black Album, can't go wrong. Fantastic. Staying with the punk stuff there now. This is a reissue on blue vinyl. This is a US reissue. My favourite band, Ramones, Pet Sematary on blue vinyl. This just arrived the other week there. Totally chuffed. I've got the red version as well that came out in the UK just not long ago. So I was really happy to get a copy of the US version. Right, staying in the punk rock vein still, I picked up this bootleg of Sex Pistols, Indecent Exposure bootleg. This is the original on a white label. The vinyl isn't in the most great condition, but it's got quite a bit of foxing and that on the actual record. But I gave it a clean and it plays straight through, no bother. And for a bootleg, for your way back then, my God, it sounds actually quite good. I've got to admit, the sound on it is pretty decent. There, the back there, and yeah, it sounds not bad at all. And if you remember, these were the bootleg albums that were getting pressed back in the late 70s, early 80s, and usually they were getting recorded onto cassette. And that's how you were picking up all the bootleg cassettes back in the early 80s at the markets and all stuff like that. And I've got a load of them up the stereo, the bootleg live concerts and all that. And this is what they were all recorded from, was these bootleg vinyl pressings that were pressed up for duplicate cassettes. Fantastic, you know what I mean? So I picked that up. I was chuffed that I got that pretty cheap. This is the final couple that I'm going to show you today. I picked this up. This is a Jam picture disc bootleg. This is one of 300, and this is number 213, and it's a picture disc. I'll actually show you the picture disc. If you just bear with me. There you go, folks. Look at that. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Now the back there. And I'll try and get a close up of the back so you can see the track listing there. So basically it's a bootleg, but it's basically songs from all different concerts. Mostly for the 1980 and 79, I think it's got 79 tracks on it, but you see that there. So never ever seen this before, and a few people actually asked me where I got it from, and I got it on one of the Facebook groups that I'm a member of. And yeah, I don't know much about it, to be honest, because I hadn't seen it before myself. but I was quite happy to be the one in the bidder on it, you know, because these are the sort of things that end up being worth a lot of money, you know. That's how I always kind of pick these kind of unusual bootleg picture discs or bootlegs in general. In talking about bootlegs, I just recently missed out on a handful of Susie and the Banshee bootlegs that were on eBay a few days back there, and I've got quite a few Susie and the Banshees bootlegs up the stair, but these ones I didn't have. One was called The Sweetest Chill, which was basically a bootleg for the tour, Tinderbox tour, and there were another 2-3 and this guy was selling, and unfortunately they just went too expensive. I just didn't have the money, you know, which was which we all know what that's like, you know, so I had to pass them up, which I wasn't happy about, but what can you do? I mean, what's for you won't get by you, as they say. Anyway, moving on, this is the last one I'm going to show you today. This has all been punk rock, right? I've got some other stuff here, but I'll do that in another video. So this is the last album I'm going to show you today. And it's this one that I picked up. It's GBH, live in Los Angeles, 1988. And it's got a superb track list. It's a double album on red vinyl. If you can see that there. That's the track list there. Now this was brand new sealed, so it's never been played yet. I've opened it up and it's been cleaned in my record cleaner. I've not played it yet, but I will be playing it soon. Yeah, I was quite happy to get that. GBH live in Los Angeles, 1988. So I've got a load more records here, folks, that I want to show you. And I'll do them in the future videos, but I just want to give a big thanks out to everybody that watches the videos. My views are still pretty crap, you know what I mean? I'm lucky if I'm getting 20, 30, sometimes 50 views on a video, but I don't care. I'm not doing it to get more views. You know what I mean? I'm doing it because I like doing it, you know what I mean? So anybody that watches my videos and subscribes to the channel, can't thank you enough, you know what I mean? I'm just a guy that likes punk rock music and a lot of other genres of music, and likes showing off my records, basically, and CDs as well, and 7-inch singles. So if this is enjoyment enough for you, watching me babbling on about records, then please like the video, share the video if possible, and most importantly, subscribe. You've been watching me, Peter, and this is Vinyl Records of Brilliance. Alright folks, welcome to another episode of Vinyl Records of Brilliance. With me, I'm your host, my name's Peter, and this video is going to be another new arrivals video. So I've got a load of other records here that I've bought in the last while, and I want to show you a wee bunch of them today. So it could be a mixture. I'm just pulling them out of my pile here at random. So it could be a mixture of punk and some pop stuff mixed in. But so we'll just get the party started, will we, with the first one, which is I picked up this. Now this is the first record of this band that I've owned, and it's basically the offshoot that Stuart Copeland, the drummer of the Police, had back in the day, and I'm talking about Clark Kent. And this is a 10-inch green vinyl, and it's got 8 tracks on it. There's the back there of the tracks. Now I remember seeing the Clark Kent stuff back in the 80s, especially when I went to like the Barras Market in Glasgow and various other things. Always used to see the singles and that, but I just never bought them. Don't ask me why, I just don't know. But this is the very first one I've ever bought. It's this 10-inch, and it's on green vinyl. Clark Kent, which is Stuart Copeland, drummer of the Police. It's what little offshoot thing. So there you go, that's the first one I wanted to show you. Second up, I've did a review of this record, which is in my video section if you want to go and take a look at that. I reviewed this. It's the Ruts Shine On Me, the Singles Collection, 1979 to 1980. And we all know how good the Ruts are, absolutely superb. And the track list is superb on it. A-sides, B-sides, In a Rut, H.I.'s, Babylon's Burning Society, Something That I Said, Give Youth a Chance, Jawar. I mean, just a cracking release, you know what I mean? All the singles, 79 to 80. And it's on red vinyl, so it is. Now the back there, if you want a close up there. So I've did a review of this if you in my videos, so if you want to maybe after watching this go and check that out, I'd be most appreciated. Right, next up, another band that I've done a review of this album if you want to check it out. It's the Molotovs Wasted on Youth album, up and coming band through the London area, making pretty big waves now, signed to Marshall Records, and this is no a bad album at all, no a bad debut at all. There it is. Now obviously they always get the Jam comparisons because the singer looks and sounds like Paul Weller, so if you love the Jam, then you'll love these guys, you know what I mean, because basically that's what they sound like the Jam, and they're good at it, you know what I mean, so check them out. The Molotovs, Wasted on Youth album. Next up, staying with the punk rock stuff now, it's a reissue of the DOA album, The Black Spot, and this is on cherry red vinyl, limited to 200 copies. I got this from Juno Records. Love DOA. DOA is just absolutely brilliant. This is on Sudden Death Records. That's the back. So if you like DOA, then this is just a recent, very, very recent reissue of the Black Spot album. Next up, staying with the punk rock stuff, my favourite band of all time, the Ramones again. And this is a definitive Ramones hits collection, 20 of their most loved songs. And this is on Black Ice vinyl. Some of you might already know there was another version of this released not long ago on red vinyl as well. But I'm a huge Ramones fan and my favourite band of all time. So anything gets released, it's Ramones and I buy it, you know. So there you go. All the tracks that you want on it. Superb. Next up, this band is sadly, sorry, I've just moved the camera there. This band has just recently split up, sadly. Sorry about this. On top of this band here, Left for Dead, and this is the album Mass Media Distortion, and it's absolutely brilliant. If you like your punk metal crossover type stuff, then this is for you because it's absolutely great stuff. And they've got another album out as well, but sadly they just split up about a couple of weeks ago there, but still definitely worth checking out. Left for Dead, and this is the Mass Media Distortion. I've got a review of this album as well on the videos channel if you want to check it out, and it's a recent reissue of Adam the Ant's Prince Charming, and I don't need to say much about it, it's brilliant, but I've done a review of this, so if you want to go and check that out, that'd be fantastic. Next up is another album that I've done a review on, and it's this, Bombshell Rocks album from 2014 called Generation Tranquilized, and this is really good. Don't want to say too much about it. Go and check out my review and you'll see how much I love this album. This album is absolutely superb. So if you're familiar, Bombshell Rocks, this is just fantastic stuff, honestly. This really it was my bag. This was definitely a cracking album. Right, I'm going to show you one more. The Mac Lads' new album, Wild Cider Life, just released. Brilliant stuff. If you're a lover of the Mac Lads, you know what you're getting. The most offensive stuff ever, you know what I mean? This is great. I've only had one listen of this and I loved it. Loved it. So, if you've not already grabbed a copy, then you know what to do. Pick it up. The Mac Lads' Wild Cider Wife album. Right, well that's it for this, another wee short episode there. I've got loads more down there I want to show you that I'll show you in future videos, but I'm Peter, you've been watching Vinyl Records of Brilliance, really appreciate it. Like, share and most importantly subscribe to the channel and I'll be happy as Larry. Couldn't be happier as they say. So cheers again for tuning in. Cheers.